And out the top at 10, a woman says that she was not allowed to board a Spirit Airlines flight in Miami because of what she was wearing. Tonight, she is talking only to CBS News Miami. Good evening, I'm Jim Berry. Back in January, the airline announced it was cracking down on passengers who it considers inappropriately dressed. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister joins us live tonight from Miami International Airport. So Anna, how did this lady describe exactly what she went through today?
Well, Jim, this passenger, she reached out to us and she said that not only was she not allowed to board her Spirit flight, but she says her sister was arrested.
Your boarding pass, please.
As Tanasia Greyer approached the Spirit ticket counter, tensions quickly grew. She was just told she wouldn't be allowed on her flight back to Chicago.
I'm right here. You need to get out my face. You don't have to address me like that. You can say whatever you need to say from right there. You don't have to get in my face. You don't get to tell me what to do. And you don't get to tell me what to do.
Greyer says,
now, before we get into the video, what's going on? How y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So once again, y'all heard Tanasia, that's her name, Tanasia, was not allowed to board her flight because of her outfit. Now, I'm assuming this is her outfit, which is booty shorts pretty much. She was not allowed to board the flight and then she lost her mind. I'm just saying. There are a lot of places that have certain dress codes and certain things, but even if they don't have a dress code, in my mind, I'm like, you should understand that when you're in public, you should present yourself a certain way. I don't know why this has to be an argument and a fight. It shouldn't even be an issue. You should know if you're wearing something that's too short, too revealing. You know, there are kids on these flights. There are all, like, even just for your own personal reasons, right? You would think that it would be a no-brainer for any adult to understand that you should be able to know the difference between something that's appropriate and something that's inappropriate. The reason they have to put these dress codes in place because people tend to just take it too far. You tend to just start wearing, I wear night clothes, lingerie, slippers, whatever. They're just your bra tops. You can wear whatever you want, so that people have to put in some type of dress code so that you just don't think that you could just come here just with any revealing piece of clothing on. That's why they have to put something in place. Let's continue.
It all started over this outfit she wore to the airport. She says she wore similar shorts while traveling on a plane to Miami on Sunday.
And these is just regular shorts. This is how I walk through the airport. This is how I walk through the airport with these shorts on. With my robe. This is exactly how I had my clothes.
She says her luggage made it onto the flight, but she didn't.
I had my robe on. We were getting ready to board the plane, and the lady at the front desk, she stopped me and said, "You're not getting on a plane like that." So I looked at her and I said, "Like what?" She said, "With those shorts." I said, "Everybody here has on shorts. What's the problem with my shorts?" Everybody's
shorts ain't like that. Let's keep it real. Everybody's shorts don't look like that. Everybody ain't on the plane looking like that. Why is it always people that look like me? Black people are the ones who want to have these entitlements. That's what I call them. The audacity to think that people are supposed to just bow down to you, that whatever you want to do, it's going to get done, and did, and talking like that, like somebody owe you something. No, these people, that's a business. And they have a right to establish certain boundaries and put things into place that would require people to dress appropriately. But let's continue.
And I've been in this airport for 40 minutes with my shorts and my robe on, and nobody addressed me about my attire. I'm confused. This is crazy.
That voice in the background is Greyer's sister, Jessica Kordaluski. So first, Tanasia says she can't get on her Spirit flight because of her outfit, and then, to make matters worse, she says her sister is arrested for disorderly conduct.
They treated me like a real criminal.
Back in the 1950s and 60s, air travel was a more luxurious and glamorous experience.
Wow.
Passengers dressed in their finest attire. But today, most people in the airport sport more comfortable clothing. We showed other flyers Greyer's outfit and told them she wasn't allowed on her Spirit flight.
Honestly, I don't think that's fair. I feel like every girl, no matter what they're wearing, should be able to express themselves.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. These young people, everybody has this feeling. I feel this. Of course they're going to feel like that. Every girl should be able to express themselves. Yeah, in your own environment, at home. But when you go to school has a dress code. Certain restaurants have dress codes. Same thing with airlines and everything else, people have dress codes, and you can't feel anything when other people make rules for their establishments. And I think these young people are not being taught this. The parents are not teaching them that, hey, everybody doesn't have to conform to you, but there are certain things that you have to conform to. And I think we have a lot of young people who are entitled and think that they're right, and because nobody's teaching them that, hey, you can't control the rules. You have to follow other people's rules. And if you don't like the rules, then you need to stay away from these establishments. You need to find an area to make your own areas where you can do what you want to do. But if you don't control it, if you don't own it, you can't control other people's decisions to have the rules that they want for their businesses. But everybody's like, oh, all the young people are like, oh, well, I don't think it's fair. Look, life ain't fair. A lot of things ain't fair, but you got to deal with it, right? That's a part of life. And if you don't comply, you'll end up in jail like the Tanasia's sister. You'll end up getting arrested or worse. Let's continue.
Honestly, it's not even bad. The fact that she got kicked off the flight for that is pretty crazy.
As for the sisters, they say they caught another flight back to Chicago Thursday night.
I'm going home. Getting on the flight and going home.
Did you get
done with Miami? We ain't never coming here again. Miami.
And listen, it's just a lesson that should be learned. That's all I'm saying. I think, we see too many entitled young people who just think they can do whatever they want. And to me, I honestly think that comes from parenting. I think parents are the ones who have to teach their children, hey, look, there are laws, and you should do everything in your power not to break the laws. If you're not doing anything wrong and you're following the rules, then I understand if somebody is trying to, come at you in a wrong way, but you just can't go through life thinking that everything is unfair because it doesn't fit what you want done. You know what I mean? You got to understand that if you don't control every situation. If they have rules and they told you this, and you either follow them or you don't get what you're trying to get done. That's just what it is. And honestly, I think there should be dress codes and things of that nature for any of this, because it's just getting out of hand. You could just come on there and just be damn near naked, and they're just supposed to let you on. I saw another video where this woman was wearing her boobs out and everything. They was like, no, you can't get on the plane like that. And they get mad, of course, but they don't allow them on. So I just think because people take it too far, these people have to put more stricter rules in place so that people just don't think that they could just do anything or come on the planes or do anything, anything that they want to do. Because like I said, if you just let loose and let people feel entitled and comfortable doing whatever it is that they want, then anything goes. And if you don't want that, you have to put some type of rules in place. That's just with anything. So listen, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think her outfit was out of order? Y'all think it was inappropriate? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.